What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're finally going to start stripping down the JZ. I'm probably already covered in oil and everything because we've just been changing the diff on Ross's car. Time to crack on with this boy. Been meaning to get around to doing this for a few weeks now. I've just been so busy doing other bits. So if you're new here and you don't already know, I have a 2JZ GE and it's a VVTi. The plan is strip this down, put GTE pistons rods in there and do a full rebuild. So ARP head studs, ACL bearings, everything, full rebuild. So yeah, today is going to be the first video on it where I'm just going to do a detailed strip down. I'm going to hopefully get it down to a bare block, just basically getting all this off and then the head off, and then I can start the reassembly process. And then this is going to go in the purple E36, not this one, the other one. It's going to be sick. My goals are about 450, 500, probably 450-ish, so that it's reliable. But yeah, it's going to be a sick little project, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to follow the project and see how you can do this for cheap, because I paid 750 quid for this engine and probably quite a lot on parts, but but yeah, it's much cheaper than buying a GTE anyway, and the end result is the same. So yeah, let's start stripping this bad boy down. Right, so the hardest part of all of this is normally taking the crank bolt off. But for me, it was really easy. I just used the impact and it came straight off, so I've obviously already loosened it. But that's normally what everyone struggles with, but mine came straight off. Oh my God. No way, I actually bought a pull kit to pull that off. I didn't expect that to come straight off. Jesus, that's mad. Not gonna lie, I already took one of the valve covers off just to inspect the motor, and it looks brand new in there. I'll show you guys in a bit, but this motor's a good motor so far. I don't want to jinx it, but so far it's madly nice. I've already taken this off as well because I took it off to see what bearing it had to buy a new one. All of these holding this on are all 10 mils. I might have to take some other bits off first. Right, so I've got the top cover off. Now I need to take this little tensioner off. It's just a 12 mil. Sweet as. There we go. Disgusting. What I'm doing as well, I am putting all the bolts into separate bags and labeling them just so you don't forget what they are really. Make it a lot easier when it goes back together. Right, the next step, take this little bit off, keep that with the crank. And then there's a little 10 mil bolt down here that you want to take off, because that holds the belt, stops it from sticking out. Put the bolt back in there for now. I think the next step is take the cam belt tensioner off. There we go. Always, when you're rebuilding an engine, always get a new one of these. They're not expensive, it's worth doing. Now we should be able to take the belt off, in theory. There we go. Going straight in the bin. We've got a nice one to replace it with. Some people leave the belt on to take these bolts off, just loosen them and then put them back in. I might have to do that, I'm not sure. I'm going to give them a go now quick, just to see if I'm going to have to put the belt back on. That's what I thought. There's no match for this one. I'm going to leave them just in the hand tight. I don't have that at the moment here. I actually found the right tool. Give it a go, eh? Yes. And there's a smaller one inside as well. This one's just sort of like a cap. The smaller one is, so the big one is a 14 mil, and the small one is a 10 mil. Right, so I did have to put the belt back on in the end because it just kept on spinning and it's not ideal. But yeah, got it loose now. Now we're going to take this off and then we can take the water pump off. On the back of these tensioners there's a little washer. Some people lose that, so just be careful you don't. I'm going to leave it with, even though I'm replacing this, I'm going to leave it with this, and I'll put a little cable tie on the back so I don't fall off. Now we can access all the bolts for the water pump. I'm going to start by taking all the bolts off the back here, take this water neck off and this pipe, and then I'll do that bit. And there we go. Jobs are good. And now we're going to take the little crank sensor out. Right, the next step is I'm going to take these both off and then this cover. Right, so I've taken the cam gears off and the little plate is just 3-4 bolts holding it on. Also taken this pipe off, which is the VVTi solenoid feed, so oil gets squirted up to there. On the end of this there is a little filter, so be careful with that. You want to clean that as well before you put it back in. I'm just screwing stuff back in so I know where it goes. But yes, next I think it's just take the valve covers off and then start stripping the head. Alright, now the fun bit. Just take the valve covers off quick. It's just a bunch of 10 mils. Beautiful. That one obviously came off easy because I already took it off the other day. Just get a screwdriver, gently pry it up. This engine's pretty nice inside. Intake is lovely and clean. Exhaust is a little bit more golden, but still pretty nice. There's no build up or anything, which is really good. So it's probably looked after, this motor. Now we just have to take these off, but you've got to do it in a certain order so you don't crack the camshafts. Even though it's like a big chunk of metal, they do crack really easy, so you've got to be careful. Alright, so there is the sequence you need to follow to take them off. So I'm going to do that and then I will get back to you guys. Alright, so there they go. They're all off now. Took a little while, but got to be patient with it. Just do it a little bit at a time. Don't rush it because you can break them very easily. Keep them in order. I mean, they're all marked as well, so you can't really go wrong, but best just keep them in order anyway, innit? And she's free. Banging. Now, got to do the other one. Buckets look lovely. It all looks lovely, to be honest. Alright, I'm going to knock the other one out quick. There we go. Both out. Just when you're doing it, just be patient. And I was also using a little rubber mallet, just tapping the caps as I did a slight rotation. So I've done the sequence, tapped them, done the sequence, tapped them, and it just gradually comes up. If you try and rush it, you're going to end up coming up wonky and you're going to end up snapping one of your cams, and they come out lovely. Okay. Also, if you're storing your cams and you're not going to be building it straight away, make sure you cover them in grease or oil or something and then wrap them, because they will rust really quickly. Yeah, it's looking lovely. Now we just need to take the head studs out. And then, yeah, sweet. There's also another sequence for the head studs, which I'll show you now. Right, so this is the removal sequence for the 2JZ. I mean, you can find it on Google, just Google it. If not, just screenshot this. And yeah, I believe it's M12, MS212, so yeah, I think it's an M12, 10 mil by hexagon, whatever, 12 point. Let's do that. need you to hold the engine. There we go, so all the head studs out. Now I just need to lift the head. There we go. Looks quite nice. I mean, there's a lot of carbon build up, but that's normal. It's from an auto car, it probably weren't thrashed or anything. It's probably had a careful lady owner. Now it's going to get abused in a drift car. The head's the same, just carbon build up really. But I'm going to clean it all, bring it all back to new. Decent. Don't need this junk. We're going to be upgrading to the GTE head gasket because it's a multi-layer steel one, so it's much thicker. These are really thin and they are junk. So yeah, that's the top assembly completely dismantled. Took all of that off, all of that. It's literally taken, I don't know, an hour, something like that, not long at all. The next video will be probably stripping the bottom end, and then we'll clean it all up and paint it. And I need to get the oil pump and stuff off as well. Probably won't do that today, I'll probably do that next time, just because I've done enough today. But yeah, it's getting there, it's getting there. Can't wait to actually just start the rebuild process already. Soon, soon. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap these up and cover them in some oil as well. Jesus, my face is filthy. Right, so that is it for today's video. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see the rest of the build. There'll be one on this motor, there'll probably be a few videos each month. I'm not sure, it depends on my schedule, what I'm doing really. But yeah, it's going to be sick. So, till the next one, like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.